Yeah, welcome to the Job Man Caravan. And we have with us today,
Edward Callender.
Edward. Welcome to the Job Man Caravan.
Very glad.
Okay. And from what I understand, you have been playing for quite a while.
Yeah, I played almost all my life.
Okay, when did you start?
I started when I was 5 years old.
Okay.
And I played some keyboards, but no piano. Piano came later when I was 13, 14 years old.
Well, how old are you now?
What do you say?
Okay, we'll leave that one blank. Okay, but
Yes.
7.
Yeah,
5.
7, 5. Yeah,
Yeah.
I played by ear all
Okay.
music. I didn't have
Okay.
musical grammar, and I started about when I was 12, 13. I started to compose music, and that time I was very active listener from age 8. By the way, I was very active listener of Voice of America because I was living.
Voice of America
Voice of
was
America.
what? A radio
Voice
show?
of America radio, yes.
Okay.
Since that time.
Before
it
television was invented.
was, sure.
Okay.
It was before.
That was the form of entertainment.
Yeah.
The radio.
And all my jazz education I got, to tell the truth, I got from Voice of America.
Okay.
And it was in a country where jazz wasn't welcome. It
And
was
what
in
country
Russia.
was that?
It was Russia.
You were in Russia.
Russia, yes.
Listening
jazz, it was not so nice to
Tell me some of the
appreciate.
artists that you were experiencing at that time.
At that time, it was
Count Basie?
Count Basie, Duke Ellington, Stan Kenton,
Fata Hines?
yeah,
Fata Hines?
Yes, Errol Garner,
Okay,
Dave
okay.
Brubeck.
Earl Garner
all
must
of
have
us.
been a great
Errol
influence.
Garner, I think I count him, how to say, my great and basic inspiration
I
because
got you.
when I play something, people ask me, Edward, did you study a lot of Errol Garner's music? I said, yes. It's my, Errol Garner, Dave Brubeck, Oscar Peterson.
He was one of the greatest.
Yes, sure. And Oscar Peterson is uncomparable. Something like a big mountain, which is close to the moon, and he is like he is everything for if you tell about mainstream jazz, swing, and endless improvisation, unusual speed on improvisation, unusual speed of changing ideas and everything.
Now, how old were you when you were comprehending this?
What is it?
How old were you when you were being influenced by this music you're talking about now?
Oh,
Teens? Early teens?
yeah, things, yeah.
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 And you were
Yeah.
tuned in?
Yes. I tried to play that music not on piano first, because I liked orchestra sound. In that time, my favorite instrument was, you will laugh now, my favorite, first of all, piano, of course. I was
Okay.
in love with piano.
Okay.
But vibraphone.
Okay.
I loved vibraphone. And can you imagine, I was lucky. When I came to America, I met Mr. Lionel Hampton.
Oh,
I
man.
shook his hand.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Lionel Hampton next to me,
He
And
was
played-
he was real hot.
He's great.
He was-
He was great.
Yeah.
And I met him when he was pretty old man, but he had his own
He
big
never
band.
lost it.
Big band.
He never lost it.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, he always had it.
yeah.
All the way
And
down
he
to
came,
the end.
He came in collegiate school where I taught for 18 years maybe. I taught piano and jazz composition, orchestration. I taught in New York, in
Okay.
Broadway, 78th Street, in collegiate school. And he came as a guest. Can you imagine? I see, oh, here is Mr. Lionel Hampton. Oh, God. So it was great. And that time, vibraphone was my favorite, and also Rhodes piano.
Did you ever play the vibe?
Yes, yes, because I was in my country. I was a band leader. Even jazz wasn't welcome, but I had big band when I was. No, I just ran ahead. But I want to tell you my story step by step. Stop, okay? And then also Jimmy Smith organ. It was all together. Count Basie, Jimmy Smith, Errol Garner, Duke Ellington, all big bands, And I studied all these harmonies, and it was my basic. I listened a lot. It was not so good quality of sound, but anyway, it was my universities, jazz universities. And of course, Charlie Parker, of course, John Coltrane and Quincy Jones. And
way
when I
ahead.
was, and then step by step, I decided to start music, to start all grammar. And when I was 12, 13 years old, I started to study very deep. I digged very deep and became a music theory lover and classical music lover. And I knew classical music, it is one of the basic, if you want to get jazz, the better way, the best way, even Oscar Peterson says the same. You should study classical music, you should know theory, harmony, everything. Then you can understand all about jazz.
Question.
Sure.
Some of the artists that you mentioned, I'm pretty familiar with stride piano. I know you must have experienced it. Did you ever play stride piano? No.
I didn't play. I was swing lover.
Okay.
Swing lover, but I love bebop, but I cannot say I am artist of bebop. My basic is ballads, mainstream and
I heard you
jazz
play.
standards.
I heard you play.
Yeah, standards, yes, ballads, and I'm harmony lover. Okay. Everybody says, and something I play close to style of Errol Garner or Duke Ellington. I can show you now.
Show me.
Yeah. I want to play for you Take the A Train because the first train I came to the United States, and I remember after Airport Kennedy, we got A train. Take the A train. That's why, yes. Usually I start my performance here in America.
Hit me with it. Hit me with it.
Yeah. Let's. Okay. So.
Yeah. You go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mr. Edward.
Oh yes. Thank you.
Maestro.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Very well done.
Oh, thank you.
Very well done. And you seem to have a compassion and love for it.
Yeah, I love it.
I mean, when you're playing it, you can feel it.
Yes.
And that's the difference. Some people can sing and some people can pull you into the song. Some people can play and some people can pull you into their music. There's a fellow named Chappie Washington. Did you ever meet Chappie before he passed?
Sure. I was very lucky when I met him. I have pictures with him, and he got. Thank God he told me, Edward, you are a good piano player. I said, oh, that is great compliment for me. And I take it, I said, I take it like a word, you know, I will never take off from my, you know, from
His
my
father
jacket.
must have passed before you met him, though.
His
Donald?
father?
Donald.
Father? No, I didn't. His father, yeah?
Yeah, his father. We called him Pops.
Yeah. I knew Chappie
He
Washington.
was named, well, Chappie is named Donald Washington,
Donald Washington,
Jr.
yeah. Junior,
His
yeah.
father is Donald Washington Sr.
Singer, yes.
And his father, we'll show you some videos of him. His father was just a masterful saxophone player. As a matter of fact, his son Clint
Clint, yes.
plays just like him. He's
Yeah.
just a carbon copy.
Yeah, Clint is a good saxophone player. Excellent, you know, fantastic sometimes.
The father tutored his children, all of them musicians.
Great.
Chappie used to tell me he had 1 hour of television every night when he was a kid coming up.
Great. And
Homework and studying his music.
Yeah.
Whatever TV show they wanted to see, pick it out. You had an hour. After that, do your homework, study.
he studied. Great.
And he said that he's so proud because when he was a kid, like all kids, you know, they want to play. But his father disciplined him. And I would think Chappie is one of the greatest musicians.
Yeah.
And he could do solos like you just did
Oh,
and pull you into it.
you.
But let's get back to
sorry.
Mr. Eddie.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Now, you were telling me before you went off into your little solo flight about your style and the styles that you were influenced by. Love for the music.
Yeah, you know, I can say I just high voltage love.
High voltage.
Yes.
Okay.
Voltage never went down. It was always on
A step higher.
Yes.
Yeah.
Always. And every day, like Louis Armstrong said, I feel myself every day I feel myself like I'm student. Every day
Yeah.
I get something new.
Yeah.
When he
Yeah.
was, you know, he died when he was 70 years old. And we, even in our country, all radio stations, they showed his music and they talked. In that time, it was some relaxing about jazz. It was in 70s because he
Well,
was,
tell me some of the artists that you heard. Did you ever hear Billy Eckstine on the American Jazz radio?
no,
No Billy Eckstine.
no.
No. Well, I mentioned Fader Hines. You didn't seem to ever remember him.
Fader-
Earl Fader Hines.
Or Earl Hines?
Yeah.
Of course, Earl Hines. I know this name.
Yeah.
And we moved from the very beginning of regular jazz, you know, of romantic jazz. We moved to more modern jazz.
Modern jazz.
Yeah. And
So is that
if you remember, there was
is that the
name
MJ
Modern Jazz Quartet.
There
Remember?
you go. I was getting ready to ask you. MJQ.
John Lewis was piano player of the John Lewis, I think. Yes, piano player. Very. It had name. That's I'm talking about. You said what is difference between contemporary jazz and old jazz school?
Yeah.
Even Modern Jazz Quartet, as I know, didn't listen a lot of them, but I know they played uncomparable version of Django. This one,
Django?
Yes, Django. The composition's name was Django. Yes, this one. Remember?
Yeah.
So on. Okay, then after that improvisation. Yeah. It was Django.
loved it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is dedicated to Django Reinhardt. It was great.
Oh man, was he? Was
Yeah.
he? He was.
Yeah, he was great.
Yeah.
He was great guitar player. Even he didn't have couple of fingers in his left hand.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and he became one of the remarkable guitar players in the world. Even he had great. You know, it's some impossible. It is some miracle. He could play. Even he was outstanding guitar player without two fingers. Can you imagine
Yeah.
if he didn't have this tragedy?
Let me ask you this.
Yeah, sure.
Since we're talking about overcoming handicaps,
Yeah.
what about Thelonious Monk?
Thelonious Monk was great. Thelonious Monk was great. I think he turned, that is good way to talk about modern music.
Modern music.
So, because Thelonious Monk, I think he offered to whole world absolutely original harmony, imagination, changes,
Yeah.
and original exception of meaning of jazz. That's why Thelonious Monk is unique. If somebody wants to copy him, no success.
No. Leave
Because
it alone.
he
Leave it alone.
is unique. He is